Hey, it's Showcasing Kid, and I'm trying a new spot today, like all new. I've never been here before, and I just uncovered my first interesting thing. I pulled up a couple shotgun shell butts, but here, let me show you. It looks like some kind of token. It says NY on the bottom, so it's probably a subway token maybe that's been shot through with a bullet. I have to clean it up when I get home. Definitely been shot through. Looks like it was folded in half too, but interesting find. Well, how about that? I am right on the surface. It's the barrel of a child's toy gun. Finding a lot of these recently. This one's very fancy. So the toy gun came out right out of the tree right there. I just walked a couple steps and I actually found the other half of it right here. There is the grip. Let me get the other half of the gun out. Get something like that. Okay, I got something here. Right there, very small. I think it might be a button. 4-hole button. Here's a little padlock. I don't think it's old, but all steel. Shackle's still on it. It's a neat little find. Alright, there's my hole. That's what I just dug out of it. It's an 89. Could this be a large set? I think I got a large cent here. I did. I just got a large cent. That's the 1 cent side. And that is the matron head side. Unbelievable. Matron head large cent. I think I have another large cent. It's right here. I don't know why these seem to come out in twos for me, but they are. Yeah, that's a large cent. Right there. It's like another matron. Wow. Wow, oh wow. That's insane. I can't believe this. There's 3 in this hole. Right there. Another large cent. You gotta be kidding me. Another matron head. Holy smokes. that's the matron side. And that's the 1 cent side, so there's the 1 cent right there. Yeah, there you go. 1 cent, just like that. That's 4 large cents in this one little area. Amazing. So right where I found all those large cents, I also found a D buckle. Here it is, it's right here. It's a tiny little D buckle. It must have been on like a purse or something. So all those large cents just came out right there, right? And the trail is right there. So they were real close to the trail. Then I dug this hole. It was an 88. I thought maybe I might be getting number 5, but it's an old-timey headlamp, complete with the bulb. This hobby can get really interesting. Just got a 72 on the AT Pro. And I thought, there it is, it's right there. I think it's a dog tag. It's a religious symbol or something. I'm gonna have to use my brush on it. Oh, there's a person on that. Oh no, I'm gonna have to use my brush on that one. I think it's a watch fob. Okay, I just cleaned it off with my brush and check it out. It's a person playing tennis, like an old-time tennis player. That is pretty cool. I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't feel like it's heavy enough to be a watch fob. Maybe a keychain? How about this one? That is an old-timey dinnerware knife. Or maybe it's just a carving knife. But that is old. That's the part that would be the handle. I think I just have the tip of it right here. That is nuts. I think that's what it looked like. That is crazy. It's like an old-timey butter knife. Rats, I wish I didn't break it. That is so cool. I just picked up this surface find. Part of an old-timey hard rake. Real trashy area where I'm looking now. That is really cool. It's a giant gear. Here, let me put my... So there's my coil. It's huge. I'm going to carry it out. I'm leaving right now, but I wanted to just see that. That is really cool. I'm taking that with me for sure. I'm holding on to that. Here's the good stuff for this week. Let's start with the cap gun. It's the 3rd week in a row I have a cap gun in the wrap-up. I found this one in 4 pieces. You saw the grip and you saw the barrel, but I also found the trigger separately and the backside of the barrel separately. I had to wire tie it together, and I put it in the plastic bag because of the ants. I do these wrap-ups in my kitchen and I don't want any crawling out onto the countertop. So here's the lock. Steel lock. Probably a bicycle lock, I would guess from the 60s or 70s. I did find 3 wheat cents. Didn't even bother getting years off of them, but there they are. I did get video, but you know, they're wheat cents. So here's the table knife, which I thought was a really cool find, and an old one for sure. It did come out in 2 parts. I thought I broke it when I was digging it, but that's an old break. So, but that's just a really cool find. Okay, here, I think this might be a button. the top part of a two-part button that got shot through with a bullet. At the top it says S.O. and Company Manufacturing, and then it says New York. So backside looks a little bit better, but shot for sure. Here's the 4-hole button. Couldn't get a back mark off of this one, but another cool find. The little watch fob, which is tennis player, and look, he's wearing full trousers, and that's definitely a wooden tennis racket. So, and just the shape of this makes me think that this is old, maybe from the early days of tennis. I don't know how long tennis has been being played for, but that's a neat find. I was really happy to get that. And then the find of the week were these 4 large cents, and then this little, I don't know what it is, but it's probably part of a clasp or like some kind of fastener, because this was in the same hole as the 4 of these. These are braided hair large cents, which were 1839 until 1857. This one you can hardly get anything off of, but you can see the profile if I hold it properly and the stars around it. The reverse looks a little bit better, but not much. That's the roughest one. This one is also pretty rough. I wasn't able to get a date off of this one either, but there is the profile of Liberty. And then the reverse turned out a little bit better on this one. These two turned out the best, and one is in 1839, which is a first year for the braided hair. And one is in 1840. I had to get the dates with my loop. But 4 large cent coin spill. Just an amazing day. Couldn't believe it when I just kept getting high 80, low 90 signals from that same hole. All right, that's the wrap up. And until next week, always be looking down.